Welcome to another front bang tutorial. So I'm going to go right in. Here I am. This is a factory made wig, just so you're aware. We do sell uncustomized wigs and we provide customization services. So pretty much this is a 4x4 closure wig. It is about 24 inches long and it's also, pre-made, just so you're aware. And we're going to make a front bang with it. Here I am right now. As you can see, I had already put in some heat serum. I'm flat ironing everywhere, every section. And you'll kind of see me going through that as well. So now I'm starting to do the part for the bang. Typically I measure, just to give you guys a heads up. I typically like my closure to forehead ratio 1 inch. And I like my bangs about 4 inches long. So keep that in mind. Before I even made this video, I've always made my front bangs like that. And as you can see, you can use a measuring tape as well, from a little bit to the middle of the head to the closure on the bottom. I measure it for about 1 inch, and then I kind of go around to the surrounding areas and do like an oval shape. And I make sure the tracks on the sides are covered as well by some hair so that it's, not noticeable. And as you can see, I'm just kind of just cleaning the part out. Then I'm going to go in with some wax stick to kind of mold the top portion because I want it to lay as flat as I can. Of course, there's going to be flyaways, so that's all I'm pretty much doing. And then, as you can see, I'm just making sure everything is, in tip-top shape, looking around, doing any bottom specs. Make sure that the nape is also down, the top, readjusting it a little bit to make sure it's fitting properly. As you can see, I'm using my Q, you know what I mean. The little thingy, you know what I mean. That pointy sharp thing. And then as you can see, I had to kind of push back a little bit because it was too forward. So that's all I'm pretty much doing is readjusting, making sure it fit properly. Of course, I have different wig head sizes. So if you do make this type of wig for someone else, make sure you get their wig sizes. And then I'm going in a little bit now with a molding wax. So I used before wax to set, but this is like a molding wax. So it's not necessarily, it's going to keep it in place. It's from this girl, Black owned business, Nana Lovely Hair. Definitely worth it. I love the product. And then I'm going in to kind of pluck the hair so that it's not bulky in the front. I don't like my bangs bulky. I like them to be kind of thinned out. So I kind of go in and kind of, pluck it out. Now I'm spreading out the hair evenly out, kind of like a mushroom type of look. And I'm just making sure I mold everything and it's coming together. As you can see, take your time. I feel like one thing about a bang wig, you just don't want to rush certain steps. And I do feel like also use your hot comb. Don't be scared. Use the thickest part of the hot comb, not just the teeth of the hot comb, but use that part as well. And then I kind of do go in with the wax, and I do spray ebb and spray. I didn't see I sprayed it on here, so probably later on I'll spray it again. But on and off, I just literally put the wax, and then I put the ebb and spray because you want it to be molded in that one place, pretty much. And that's all I'm pretty much doing here. As you can see, I'm just molding it, making sure all the parts all around. And of course, be careful for the pointy thing. You might have to make sure it's in the canvas head, in the dome head real tight, so that it doesn't come out because of the combs on the hot comb. And I'm just literally going in with the hot comb. As you can see, making sure, like, I want this flat. I want this sitting just right, just right. So now it's time for the bang. So I kind of like to, like I said, leave some hair out to cover the tracks on the sides. And of course, like I mentioned, about 1 inch. And then, you know, kind of just making sure it's cleaned. As you can see. Of course, this took practice because a couple times I've done front bangs in the past and it wasn't, yeah. But I always love to use these techniques because I noticed they're way better than if I did it in any other way. So as you can see, just making sure I clean it up. And now I'm just going on my scissors. I'm cutting it. Just to let you know, I do use a strategy. I like my bangs about 4 inches long. And then I noticed this bang was a little bit longer than expected. So, of course, I'm just kind of just like, you know what? Let me just make sure I cut at an angle. Make sure the sides are evening up. And then later on, I'll go back again and just double check just to make sure. I am also doing some jagged edges as well. I like my bangs thinned out, so I don't like it to look all uniform and the same. So that's why you see me here kind of just going in and doing those jagged edges. And then I'm just making sure everything's okay, combing it, making sure all the hair is placed. I'm going to go in with the flat iron to bump the hair. And then I'm going to go to the other side. Because, you know, a bang ain't a bang if it's not bumping, at least in my book. Also split it in two and just also bump the top too because, of course, the top is not getting as much heat distributed as, you know, the hair on the bottom. And then just kind of making sure everything flows into one another. I noticed one of the sides, they have some straggling bits. So I'm going to go in and also clean that up. You'll see that momentarily. And now I'm just plucking it just to make sure the bang is a bit not too bulky. And now I go in on my measuring tape just to make sure. Like I mentioned, I like my bangs about 4 to 4.5 inches. I noticed it was about 5 inches, so I went in, cut in with my scissors, did some jagged edge just to make sure, you know, it's, you know, choppy and not, you know, uniform. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. And I learned this from a wig maker. So it does make a big difference. And then I do the same to the other side as well. Just to make sure. And yeah, and I'm like, okay, it's for about 4.5, 4, you know, 1/4 inches long, which is fine. It's perfect because I like my bangs a little bit over, of course, my eyebrows and a little bit dangling on my eyelids. Not too much because I need to see, but just enough. And I'm just cleaning the sides and everything. At this point, I'm already in love with the wig. I love it. And I'm like, okay, my client will love this wig. And now you'll see me just trying it on. It doesn't hurt. But I'm like, let me see how this wig look. And honestly, I fell in love with it. It was really easy to also fix it up. You kind of put it on. It has a glueless band on it. So it's 100% glueless. It has 2 bands for extra security. And as you can see, I'm just kind of brushing it, making sure it's nice. This was a size medium. And I'm usually a size small. So I just tightened the band and it still looked good. It didn't even look too heavy. And pretty much this is 24 inches. I'm 5 feet tall and it touches my butt, which is amazing. And this is pretty much me doing also a front selfie. Y'all, my client gonna love my little wig. This is cute. I want one now. So I do measure the front. I usually do about 4 inches top down. And then obviously you can bump it. I didn't bump it too much. Some natural fringe bangs. This is cute. And this is a 24-inch. She bought the hair from me. Yeah, this is cute. I just like to make sure it's extra perfect. So that's why I'm trying it on, making sure. But this ain't this. And it's okay. I have a cap on. So it's glueless. But y'all need to get one. Y'all need to get one. So like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoy the video and shop with us.